Good morning. I guess up here I get to take my mask off. Yay! Good morning. I'm Kathy Ryder. I'm the liaison for the board as membership services liaison. Good morning and welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation. We are a religious community who commit ourselves to diversity. We hope to nourish human differences, those of gender, race, age, ability, sexual orientation, political views, culture, class, and religious belief. Welcome to all who treasure freedom of conscience in the search for truth. We promise to do our best to provide you with a spiritual home. We extend a special welcome to our visitors today. We hope you'll follow us on Facebook to participate in Zoom and receive announcements about special events and our religious exploration classes. Please sign up for our weekly email. There should be a link in the comments section on our Facebook page where you can sign up. I'd like to draw your attention to recent announcements. For those in person, they're printed in your order of service. There are links in the UUC newsletter and weekly UU Connections for those watching online today. Thank you all for joining us in person and online today. And our music for gathering today is played by Jim Hepner, Sonata Number 5 for piano by Mozart.
Good morning. I am Kurt Erickson. I'm your worship associate this morning. I use the pronouns he and him. This morning we continue our summer theme of celebrating blessings with our opening words by Andrea Hawkins Kemper called Blessed Are We. Blessed are we who gather with open hearts together in this space today. Blessed are we, the chalice lighters of resistance, justice, love, and faith. Blessed are we, the heretics, the outcasts, the walkers of our own way. Blessed are we, the border crossers, the refugees, the immigrants, the poor, the wanderers who are not lost. Blessed are we, the transgressors, the trespassers, the passers-by, the cause takers, the defiant, the compliant. Blessed are we, the hand extenders, the sign makers, the protesters, the protectors. Blessed are we, the trans women, the trans men, the non-binary, the cisgender, the multigender, and the no gender. Blessed are we, the friend, the stranger, the lonely, the hidden, the visible, the authentic. Blessed are we who rise in solidarity. Blessed are we who cannot. Blessed are we who do not. Blessed are we, for this is our beloved community, and this is who we are. If you now say with me the words in your order of service for lighting the chalice. At this hour, in small towns and big cities, in single rooms and ornate sanctuaries, many of our sibling Unitarian Universalist congregations are also lighting a flaming chalice. As we light our chalice today, let us remember that we are part of a great community of faith. May this dancing flame inspire us to fill our lives with the Unitarian Universalist ideals of love, justice, and truth. Our first reading comes from an excerpt from the book To Bless This Space Between Us by John O'Donoghue. There is a quiet light that shines in every heart. It draws no attention to itself, though it is always secretly there. It is what illuminates our minds to see beauty, our desire to seek possibility, and our hearts to love life. Without this subtle quickening, our days would be empty and wearisome, and no horizon would ever awaken our longing. Our passion for life is quietly sustained from somewhere in us that is wedded to energy and excitement of life. This shy inner light is what enables us to recognize and receive our presence here as blessing. We enter the world as strangers who all at once become heirs to a harvest of memory, spirit, and dream that has long preceded us and will now enfold, nourish, and sustain us. The gift of the world is our first blessing. There is an implicit wholeness in the human heart. It is a huge treasure house that we draw on every day. Ultimately, it is what anchors and guides us. A simple metaphor for this is a physical wound. When you have a wound in your hand, it always heals from the edges. The center is the last place to heal. Clearly, it is not the wound that has finally relented and decided to heal itself. Rather, it is the surrounding health and wholesomeness of your body that invades the stricken place with healing. The mind of blessing is wise, and it knows that whatever torments or diminishes a person cannot be healed simply from within that diminishment. Consequently, it addresses the wholeness and draws that light and healing into the diminished area. When someone blesses you, the fruits of healing may surprise you and seem to come from afar. In fact, they are your own natural serenity and sureness, awakening and arriving around you.
Good morning, everyone. I am Linda Mays, and I am so glad that we can be together today. This morning's giving is listed in your bulletin. Our 50-50 Share the Plate program will be given to the Chippewa Valley LGBTQ+ Community Center, which is located less than a block from our building. And the services that it provides are to promote understanding, tolerance, and acceptance within our community and of the individuals within that community in the Chippewa Valley region. If you'd like to make a donation, you can make that on site here by dropping in the offering plate when it comes by, or in the back donation box in the gathering room. For those that want to mail a check, the address is listed there, and those online, certainly you can scan on to the whatever that thing is called, the QR code there, if you'd like. And today for our Music for Giving, we want to thank Jim Hepner again, who will be playing the Sonata No. 4 for piano, again by Mozart. And it is with gratitude for the abundance in our lives we give to help people in need and to support the work of this congregation. Thank you, Jim. Please join with me in responding from the order of service. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live.
Our next reading excuse me, is also by John O'Donoghue. Sometimes when we look out, the world seems so dark. War, violence, hunger, and misery seem to abound. What can we do in our private little corners of life that could have any effect on the march of world events? We live in times when the call to full and critically aware citizenship could not be more urgent. We need to rediscover the careless courage yet devastating simplicity of the little boy who, in the middle of the numbed multitude, blurts out, "But the emperor has no clothes." When spoken, the word of truth can bring down the citadels of falsity. Yet the world is not decided by action alone. It is decided more by consciousness and spirit. They are the secret sources of all action and behavior. The spirit of a time is an incredibly subtle yet hugely powerful force. And it is comprised of the mentality and the spirit of all individuals together. Therefore, the way you look at things is not simply a private matter. Your outlook actually and concretely affects what goes on. When you give in to helplessness, you collude with despair and add to it. When you take back your power and choose to see the possibilities for healing and transformation, your creativity awakens and flows to become an active force of renewal and encouragement in the world. In this way, even in your own hidden life, you can become a powerful agent of transformation in a broken, darkened world. There is a huge force field that opens when intentions focus and direct itself toward transformation. There is incredible power in the mind when it directs its light toward an object. We have no idea the effect we actually have on one another. This is where blessing can achieve so much. Blessing as powerful and positive intention can transform situations and people. The force of blessing must be even more powerful when we consider how the intention of blessing corresponds with the deepest desire for reality, for creativity, healing, and wholesomeness. Blessing has pure energy because it animates on the deepest threshold between being and becoming. It mines the territories of memory to awaken and draw forth possibilities we cannot even begin to imagine.
There we go. Well, as Kurt reminded us, this summer we have been interacting on the theme of blessing, celebrating blessings. We've heard, those of you who have been here, we've heard from a variety of people who have shared with us, starting back with Julie at the beginning on original blessing. We've celebrated summer solstice, local history, the inspirations of science and beauty through the life and writings of Thoreau, and the blessings of children and parenting with resilience. Really, there are so many things to celebrate. But I have to admit, when I first heard that our summer theme was celebrating blessings, I wasn't sure I wanted to celebrate. And I literally had a visceral gag response. An internal reaction similar to when you taste something that you don't like and it goes into your mouth and you struggle to keep it in your mouth, you struggle to even swallow it or to get it down, you are having a gag response. That was my first response when hearing about the word blessing. I could hardly get it down. It's an automatic, unintentional, emotional gag response for me, born out of a lifetime of misuse, overuse, or unnecessary use of a perfectly decent word, blessing. For me, my response is also in part the result growing up in a religious and a cultural context that only allowed very specific meanings and practices of the word that I no longer believe or value or identify with. Perhaps some of you have experienced, as I have, a specific context where only the appointed authority could offer a blessing, setting up a false hierarchy where only the person in the so-called higher role could bless the lower the leader blessing the follower, the clergy blessing the layperson, the privileged, authorized, entitled, approved, permitted, sanctioned, qualified, protected, special, favored one could be the one and only to bless the ordinary, regular, unqualified, average, and therefore unfortunate person in need of a blessing to come from on high. Anybody else? Maybe I'm the only one. Or perhaps you have experienced the painful realities of our world where people in power or privilege anywhere, in work, in community, or in family context, have given their blessing to the chosen few golden ones through some form of opportunity, favor, open doors, or other privilege. Or maybe you have experienced someone proclaiming for all, "Oh, isn't he a blessing?" when you have a completely different experience and want to protest aloud with all of your might, "No, he is not a blessing." And let me tell you why. Or perhaps you have experienced the sugary, sweet person who denies the deeply painful realities of life and your own grief through an exclamation, "Oh, I just know God will bless you through this." These situations, friends, are not what I believe blessing to be about. Blessing to me is not something reserved for the few, the special, something given out only by some sanctioned authority. It is not about denying reality or trying to sugarcoat life. I, for one, want to take back this word, blessing, to reclaim it, to reframe it, to bring it back for all of us to have. For all of us to be able to give and to receive and experience freely, regularly, as we seek, yes, to celebrate and embrace life itself. Anybody with me? So how can we deal with this word? How can we reclaim this word blessing? What is a blessing anyway, besides all those other things? What comes to mind for me are words like gifts, bounty, all the things in life related to love, joy, beauty, connection, goodness, thriving, flourishing, something helpful or needed or hoped for, something available in or beyond us that comes freely for our well-being and for which we are grateful. Maybe something that reminds us that we're not alone, that we're part of the whole and of all that is. Don't you think, friends, that blessing can be anything or everything? Something that becomes life-giving to us and for us, or for our family, our community, our world. Certainly all of us experience universal gifts of life and breath. We live daily in the gifts of our universe, of the stars, the sun, the moon, the light, the heat, the humidity, and the energy. The gifts of our earth, the land, the water, the air, the minerals, the ocean, the animals, the fish, the birds, the gifts of our children, our family, our friends, our community, and on and on and on. All the gifts of life and the unexpected gifts that show up in our lives. And not only this, but each of us ourselves are gifts to others. The gifts of life are always present and available. So what makes an ordinary gift a blessing? That's the question I have asked. So I wonder if they become what we might call a blessing when we become aware of life's presence as a particular gift to us in a particular moment in time. At the time when life comes towards us and we realize that it is a gift in that moment for us, and we feel the appreciation for that gift. When we give that gift a meaning, we name it, we acknowledge it, we see it, and we realize it's been given to us at that moment. It's the difference for me of what happens when I'm driving. I'm sure no one else in this room is as distracted of a driver as I am. And you've probably never driven by and got somewhere and you can't remember how you got there or what you saw while you were driving. No. But it's the difference of what happens when I'm driving by a beautiful cloud formation or sunset or some beautiful aspect of the sky that I actually don't recall seeing. My eyes were working. They actually probably did see, but I was not aware. I was not present to it. And that's a very different experience than when I'm driving and I become aware, I become present to something that I see in that moment, a beautiful sky, and it comes to me, I see it, I perceive it, I acknowledge it, and oh my, it's a gift of which I am appreciative. So blessing perhaps could be when the gift and my recognition and appreciation come together. In this way, the experience of blessing becomes really a beautiful practice of our awareness, of our presence and our appreciation. It allows for us to have an open-hearted experience of deeper connection, of wholeness or belonging with ourselves and with what is, like a circle of giving and receiving, of appreciation and gift, of deeper connection with life itself. And in this way, only we get to name what is blessing for ourselves. No one else can determine for another person whether something is a blessing or not. I'm thinking about this week, actually the last few weeks, of the blessing of friendship that I have experienced in so many different ways. The practical help, the generosity, the kindnesses, the deep connection that I have experienced. And through these gifts, I have come to see a reality and the presence of kindness and abundance, love, and caring in this world. And I'm also thinking of a particular conversation I had with a patient this week in my work as a hospital chaplain. And this conversation, you know, I see a lot of people. I have many conversations in a day. But this conversation became a blessing to me, and dare I say, maybe to the other person as well, because the sharing in that moment of when we were together suddenly changed, where we were both present and vulnerable and open and authentic, and we met. And we shared our human connection in a way that changed us. And I carry it. Those have been blessings for me. Sometimes it seems like it takes blessing some time to reveal itself. The realization can come a bit later upon reflection of the experience. when we realize at a deeper level how much something or a particular gift or particular experience was for us. And it's only after we reflect on the experience that we are able to really take it in a deeper way and integrate it into our lives. And sometimes it seems like the case that when something first comes, it feels like almost like a curse, not a blessing, like a horrible situation or circumstance. But over time, we begin to see it differently. Over time, it becomes a blessing. The gift is hidden for a while before we can see it, but something inside of us then begins to shift, and we shift our way of seeing it, and we are allowed to see the situation in a different way. I've seen this as well in my work when a person comes to realize the hidden gifts within their illness that weren't realized until later. They realized that the ways that the illness helped them appreciate their body, the ways it brought their family together, the ways it made them aware of how much they want to live or how much they appreciate life. And blessing comes, it seems, when we're ready for it. When we're ready to see and experience, when it is our time, when it's appropriate for us, when we can fully experience and take it in and integrate it into our life. I have this image in my mind of a newborn child being held and cuddled by his parent. This little one is born into this world with all the possibility and all the potential that's yet before them. That newborn can't take in everything all at once. They can't learn or experience the full reality of life in one giant gulp. Children, and really all of us, we learn, we grow, we integrate life little by little according to what is developmentally appropriate, according to what we're ready for, and according to our given nature. And this is how I see blessings. Blessings are a perception, a state of mind, a recognition of something as a gift in a given moment, something that comes to have meaning for us. And they come when we're ready for them, when we are able to see and to reach for them, when it is time for us to receive them and experience them. And in this way, the more that we practice being present, the more we practice seeing what life brings to us, the more we can experience life as blessing. The more we will be able to name the meaning of an experience for ourselves. There was a time in life, a few decades ago, I hate to admit, where, believe it or not, I had the experience of grass, green grass, really becoming a blessing for me. I had been living in Taiwan, the island off the coast of mainland China, for 5 years in part of my work in ministry there. And I had come back to the States, what I thought was going to be a 1-year home assignment before I returned back to Taiwan. Now, Taiwan, this is late 80s, is large and urban. It is millions of people on a small island, all condensed into about 1/3 of the island on the west coast, from north to south. It's an urban jungle, cement buildings, cement ground, everything in gray skies, not very much green, not very many parks, not very much lush areas except when you leave the city, which was not very often. And so when I returned to California, my home at the time, and I landed in Pasadena, which did become my adult home for a good 15 years, I was at seminary, and in the plaza, in the middle of the campus, they had just planted baby grass. You know, that really lush, light green grass when it's about, I don't know, about, 4 or 5 inches tall. They don't dare mow it yet because it needs to get stable. And when I came back from Taiwan, tired and full of gray, and I sat on that plaza, and I just looked at that baby grass. I cannot explain it. That grass came alive for me. That grass became the single most present and real source of nourishment and rest and life for me over that next couple of years. It became a blessing. It had a particular meaning to me in a particular way, in a particular time, that became a gift for me, and it meant I'm gonna live. I'm being nourished, I can rest, I'm gonna be okay, and you're gonna land wherever you need to land. It spoke deeply to my heart and my spirit and my soul, and it got me through some tough years that were ahead. This is blessing for me. Far from a narrow, exclusive definition prescribed only by a privileged authority figure. When we are celebrating blessings together, we are celebrating anything and everything that causes us to flourish, that awakens us to possibility and wholeness, that gives unique meaning to us and for us in a particular moment, when we can name what that experience has meant for us. As John O'Donohue, the author who we've been hearing from this morning, reminds us, he says, there is a kindness that dwells deep down in things. It presides everywhere, often in the places we least expect. At the deepest level of reality, this intimate kindness holds sway. This is the heart of blessing. To believe in blessing is to believe that being here, our very presence in this world, is itself the first gift, the primal blessing. We thus enter into the inheritance of everything that has preceded us, and we become heirs to the world, to beauty, meaning, order, creativity, compassion, love, to all that we can perceive and take in. We reach for blessing to call upon the original kindness to come to our assistance, to open pathways and possibilities by refreshing and activating in us our invisible potential. And in this way, blessing becomes the art of harvesting the wisdom of the invisible world. And from day to day, it offers us gifts. To live like this is to experience time as a constant invitation, an invitation to life, to growth, to become more than you have been, and to transform loss into presence, to allow what is false to fall away. Blessing exists in the terrain of possibility, of the not yet but hoped for wholeness and fullness of life. To be a blessing, to perceive and receive blessing, does not erase or abolish the difficult, but it does reach deeper to see and draw out the hidden possibility within a given reality. The lifeline of blessing is the connection to the infinite, to the possibility, to a new vision of what is available to us, even within the most difficult life circumstances. It does not deny the presence of grief, of loss, of injustice, or any of the challenges before us, or of the hard work that life might require of us. But blessing does invite us to see that the hardship, grief, or injustice is not all that is there. It is not all that is. That within any present circumstances lies the invisible yet very real gifts available and ready for us. Gifts that when we are ready, it will enable us to walk through the difficulties that life brings our way. Most of all, what comes to mind when I think of blessing is us. We ourselves are a blessing. We are a gift to each other. We are a gift to this world. We're a gift to those we know and those we don't know. And it is each of us who are a blessing, who have the gifts we need within us, and who can call forth those gifts for ourselves and others. It is we who can offer intentions, affirmations, and hopes for ourselves and others to live into the blessings that are available to all. As Kurt read this morning, when we choose to see the gifts available to us, to see the possibilities for healing and transformation, our creativity awakens and it flows to become an active force of renewal and encouragement in this world. And in this way, even our own hidden life, we can become a powerful agent of transformation in a broken world. Blessing as power and positive intention can transform ourselves, people, and situation. Blessing animates the threshold between being and becoming and has potential to draw forth possibilities we cannot even imagine. Friends, gifts and blessings are everywhere. They're in us, they're among us, they're all around us, and we are the blessing that the world needs. May we, each in our own way, open ourselves to see the gifts available to us in this very present moment. May we join together and join with others to acknowledge those gifts, to receive and call forth those gifts. And may our vision call us all forth into love, joy, and ongoing cycles of healing, wholeness, and transformation. May it be so.
If you'll read with me with the words for extinguishing the chalice in your order of service. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
And let's close together, reading in unison. May our lives be reflections of the beauty, peace, and joy that is possible in the world. And may the love we find in this place sustain us as we go our separate ways.